anti-sex beds have arrived in Paris ahead of the 2024 Olympics. So I don't know if you've heard of this, but in Olympic Village, it's known to be one of the horniest places ever. And they fuck like rabbits. Like, this is a known thing that...
More than the Hype House?
I think more than the Hype House.
I hate when trends... You know what I hate? I hate when apps get... Like, I was preying on BeReal's downfall.
Yeah, why?
I didn't want to start a new app.
No, I know. Saba still BeReals every day. Do you know that?
Well, she just wants to get away from Seth. I would too.
I understand. No, I can't do another one. I mean, I just started a YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And it's like, another one is just, it's my emotional bandwidth is 0.
Usually makes sense. And I mean, like, that's where this platform lives, which obviously makes sense. But when it's like another, like...
A new thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a photo, then you have it once a day and you flip it around. I'm like, what are we doing this for?
No, I know, I can't.
Let me just upload dumb videos.
Let me just do my little videos.
If it's a video app, then I'm like very like, oh, I can use this. But when it's like photo thing, I'm like...
Do you think that's because you feel like you're more of a video guy than I don't see you posting that many photos on Insta, so...
Dude, every time I post a selfie or anytime I post something where I think I look good, I get humbled in the DMs. God damn it. The amount of people... I was at this Netflix show recently and we got dressed by this guy, Kid Super. Awesome.
Oh yeah, so cool.
So cool. And I'm styled out and I don't dress crazy. I mean, I thought it looked cool. And the amount of people that said I look like Megan Rapinoe in the comments... I mean, like I can't, like, I want to like thirst trap. My audience is like 80% dudes. I'm like, this is for the 20% female, you know?
Yeah.
This ain't for you.
That's actually really funny because my audience is like 90% female, but
why do you think I'm here?
Hey, sometimes I want to post a thirst trap and it's like, I feel so awkward because they're like, what are you doing? And so like, I have the opposite thing where I'm like, look, I am single and sometimes I like to post little thirst trap and sometimes I'll post a bikini and it will be like twofold. People will be like, what are you doing? Tinx, this is so thirsty. Or they'll be like, oh my God, where's your bikini from? And I'm like, where are the guys doing flames emoji? All I wanted was flames emojis from like a random dude in Ohio.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We should do a follower swap.
We should flip accounts for a day. The boys would be stoked. The ladies would be maybe excited.
They would be so excited.
What the fuck you doing here, Trevor?
I think that's like the modern version of the Freaky Friday movie with Lindsay Lohan. We swap accounts.
But I want to be more of a photo guy. I want to be.
You should.
You know? Or I like just record. I mean, I love myself, but who doesn't in this fucking city? I love recording myself, just talking. I don't post half the shit.
Yeah.
But that's what, I'll post something that's like ranty or this or that. And then the first comment will be like, bro's just yapping. And I'm like, oh God. A bros just yapping comment will shut me down.
No, that's
no more yap.
That's not even that bad though. I see your comments. I'm in the comments. I like to see. They're all very positive. No, I'm sleuthing on other people.
Really?
When people are always like, no one's ever thinking about you as much as you're thinking about yourself. I'm thinking about you.
And people are thinking.
I'm thinking about every other creator. I'm like, damn, what are they? I'm like eyes on the. I'm like, whoa, in your comment, your comments are great.
They're very positive.
They're so you're on. Sometimes with content, you're just in flow and you've been in flow for a while and it's good. And it's like, you have to ride the wave. And sometimes you're just like, you don't intuitively know what the people want. And that's difficult.
Yeah. It's a lot of swing and misses.
You just have to like trial and error and keep showing up.
Correct. The funniest is when I post something and be like, bro never misses. I'm like, oh, I'd be missing. I just delete them. You know, you can't see an ad bad if you just deleted that ad bad. I'd just be deleting them.
Yeah. I get a lot of like, in your flop era. And I'm like, you're absolutely goddamn right. I'm like, you are right. You and me both thinking that. So
that would ruin me. There's a new comment that's kind of like trending right now.
Yeah.
It's like a joke and it'll be like, only 10 likes in 1 second, bro fell off. And I'm like,
I got that the other day.
But it's like, it's out of like funny.
It's trying to be funny, but I'm like, you don't understand how the algorithm works.
Well, also, I don't want people liking that comment and then they would see that and they're like, whoa, maybe he did. Like if people comment fell off, then are other people going to be like, whoa, maybe he, you know? I don't want to encourage behaviors.
I don't want to encourage behaviors either, but sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I treat my comment section like a dictator. If you say anything against me, I'm like, cool, block, you're out. Back in the day, you'd be shot, beheaded.
No, same. You're big
fighting a bull.
Blocker.
Fun.
You
Why
look
not?
at me the wrong way. I get even a whiff of sarcasm. You're out. Block.
Yeah.
But you know what the double standard is? With a guy, it's like, oh, you're like keeping, it all clean. And for me, it's like, you're so bitchy. And I'm like, no, I just don't want any bad vibes. Like I literally don't want any bad vibes.
Well, your channel's your house and you're like, who would would you want in here? Would you want a guy in your house being like, yo, flop era? No.
Yeah, I would kick them out.
Get him to the streets. Send him to Tarzana.
The other comment that I get.
What the hell was that? Can we not slack during this, Steve? Thank you.
Steve, stop slacking. Another comment that I get, which really, really humbles me, is like, I'll do an Instagram story in the morning and someone will write and it will be about like coffee or like, I don't know, anything. And someone will write to me and be like, it is so cool to see like a really real influencer. And I'm like, oh, I'm looking
really
rough
embrace
today.
your flaws. You're like,
they're
what
like,
flaws?
I love that you can see your natural skin and like, I love that you don't use filters. And I was like, there's a filter on.
Oh my God.
Humbled. Anyway, Trevor Wallace, welcome to Office Hours, where we talk about everything interesting on the internet. This week, you're very well versed in internet speak, so
Internet.
I'm excited to have you. What was the best thing you ate this week?
I was in San Francisco. You're from there? Or you went to school there?
I lived there for 8 years. I
loved
the Bay.
it.
No, the Bay is the best.
Like a vegan New York. I was like, I like this place.
Oh my God. It has the best food, by the way.
No, like I don't know what I was staying in North Beach, which I thought was super touristy.
Yeah.
I guess by the wharfs it is. But where we were staying, like kind of by Washington Park, so fun.
So fun.
Like, what a vibe. Everyone's walking around.
Everyone's walking
There's guys
around.
on bikes naked.
No, it's very hippie. It's like, I think that SF, it's like, and I recognize that I was part of the problem because I moved there like in the tech heyday, and it was just, there was a big influx, which really threw off the homeostasis of the city. And big word.
Big word.
Huge.
Big word.
But San Francisco and people from the Bay Area are the best. They love to party. I love the Giants. I love the Warriors. I love all different parts of the Bay. It's not just SF. It's like, you know, there's so many cool surrounding towns, and it's just a really nice people. And this is like four of the happiest years of my life.
It was great. You know what I realized? It was like a lot of unity. People just hanging out in parks.
People hang out a lot.
I was like, where would that ever exist in Los Angeles? Maybe the beach, but just like
not like clump, you know, there's no clumping, and like in the parks, people chill and they hang, and there's full citywide activities that are so fun. Like there's this thing called Beta Breakers.
That was this weekend. I was there.
It was?
Yeah. So all the shows sold out, and then Sunday was like, it's Beta Breakers. I was like, I don't give a shit where you're running. It eventually sold out, but I was like, why is Sunday not selling? And then everything is Beta Breakers. I was like, great. Everybody dresses like a fucking rotisserie chicken and runs around a city.
No, you do, but also if you don't run it, you dress up in like a crazy costume, and you get massively fucked up, like blackout before 9 a.m. And no, it's one of the most incredible days in the city. And like literally pretty much everybody participates. And that's just such a testament to the type of people who live in SF, where just like they're kind of down to like be silly, which is my favorite thing. Whereas LA, you could never catch people in LA dressing up as anything aside from richer than they actually are.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the city. I went to school in San Jose, so we'd go to SF a lot for like Giants games. We'd take the train up. What is it, Caltrain or something?
The Caltrain is so fun to drink on.
Blackout. Because you can drink on the train, there's no loss, but the second you get off the train with the drink, it'd be like drinking in public. But you would get hammered. The big guys like on their laptop and we're just throwing it back.
So fun.
So very fun city. I really like the unity.
What'd you eat that was good?
Molinari's.
Oh.
Molinari's Italian sandwiches.
Oh, yum.
Delicatessen.
Yum. I love a sandwich.
You have not had that place?
No, I haven't. I have to go back.
It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And then I had Original Joe's out there.
Oh, so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a gluten-free man, so I could not order shit. I got risotto at like 11 a.m. Put a gun through my head.
I didn't know you were a gluten-free man.
Yeah, I have a form of celiac.
Okay, fair enough.
Is this Riz? I don't know. Yeah. Like everyone else's food, like everybody got like chicken parm and whatnot, and I got like a risotto.
That's okay.
It was still really good.
I love risotto. It's so good.
What was the best thing you ate this week?
I ate... Last night this is so boring. I had pizza. I had Great White pizza.
Their pizza's so good.
It's so bomb.
The spicy one?
Do they have a gluten-free version?
The spicy, the gluten-free crust there is
bomb. I love Great White. I love it so much. And they have a house-made ranch and a house-made hot sauce, and I mix them together to make a mixture. And then I dip the pizza in the mixture, and it's really good. And then I also just had 2 spoonfuls of Nutella before you walked in to try and give myself a sugar high. And that honestly hit like really, really hard.
Oh, it did. It worked.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
What pizza did you get at Great White?
I got a margarita. It's so boring.
Have you had the spicy honey one?
I love that one.
That one goes crazy.
But like I was with a friend who I don't know that well, and I couldn't tell her vibe, and I never want to be like, oh, can we order the fucked up one? You know what I mean? I don't want to push people into that. And I was like, you know, she's not from LA. I was like, I want you to have a good, you know, if I kind of sensed she was like wanting a margarita. I would have gotten they have a new one with anchovies on it. I'm fucked up. I'll go there. Give me your little tiny salty fish. I want to try. Like, I'll do it, but I don't want to push that on anybody.
Okay, I hear that. That's what I love about Great White. Even if you're on a date and it's a boring day and everything's bombing, you're like, at least the food's good.
I've been on a date there. It's a good date spot.
Great date spot.
I'm at the point now with dating where it's like, if I am going to meet you, it has to be at a good place with good cocktails and food because I'm going to need something to get me through this.
Yeah, well, it's like you either leave meeting the man of your dreams or you had good food.
Totally.
Never both.
When I was like 22 and I lived in San Francisco, I was like, yeah, you can take me to like, I don't know, Comic Club for a vodka soda made with no love. Like if you've ever been to SF, you know about Comic Club. Like I used to just accept, I would be like, Starbucks for sure. Let's hit it.
Just anything of a meeting point.
Just anything.
A common thing to hold.
I'll come to your house. Like, you know, whatever. I'm just kidding. Not really. Anyway, what was the most annoying part of your week?
Oh God, there's gotta be something. Probably this helicopter.
Helicopter ruining our vibe.
Let me see. There's got to be something.
Well, we can change the question and you can tell me about your new bling. Is it new?
No, this is actually old. I just never wear it.
Why? It looks so good.
Well, that's the thing.
Trevor has a tennis bracelet.
I have a little tennis bracelet.
You like mine?
I love it. Yours is bigger than mine. So, you know, this is humbling.
And that's on reversing gender norms. It's good, right?
What is it? Claire's? Yeah, so mine... no, I never wear this. And then I was with Josh Richards recently. Whoa, big name drop. And he was wearing one.
Sorry, you dropped this.
Yeah. Big name drop. He did our podcast. What's up? Stiff Socks, go listen. But he was wearing one. And I was like, dude, that looks so cool with like a casual outfit. And I was like, oh, I have one. This is from like 2019, I think. I got it in Atlanta with here we go. Another name drop, Young Gravy. Oh. We did a video for this Icebox. I'm just dropping names over here. Icebox. They were like, oh, you and your friend Gravy come down and like shop, and you know they give you a bunch of like house money to like buy a bunch of shit with. And I bought the cheapest thing they had, and it was this bracelet. I don't really buy a lot of jewelry, but
I love it. I think it looks good. I think you should wear it. A couple of follow up questions. Please. Are you still friends with Young Gravy?
Yeah.
What's he up to now?
Country.
Oh, I love that. Everybody's going country.
Everybody's going country, or country's going like a different direction. Country stars are going like more like rap rock. Yeah. And everybody's going country.
I love that for him. And then also, it's funny that Josh Richards influenced you to buy that. But like Josh Richards, I will say I've been around him a couple times, and like he does have like a lot of presence. Chill. Like he has like a lot of swag. Like I feel deeply uncool around him.
Well, yeah, I already had this. He didn't influence me.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, I had it, but I just would never wear it. And I didn't even know where it was. And then he was wearing his, and I was like, let me look for it. And I found it in like an old box, and I was like, ooh, because it's nice enough where it's like, oh, okay, but it's not like, look at this piece of shit. You know? Yeah. From afar, you're like, that's probably fake. And you get close and you're like, whoa, diamond's dancing. I don't wear a lot of jewelry because my perception is I always think about, since I'm on stage probably like 4 to 5 nights out of the week, I go, how embarrassing would it be to bomb on stage wearing a Rolex? Totally. Yeah. Wearing my down, you know, like, so I go up there plain.
Yeah. I like that. So it's just if it doesn't go well, which I feel like it always goes well for you.
It usually does go very well, but there's the occasion where if I got off stage and the show was fine, I would go, it's because I'm wearing X. Totally. It's because I'm wearing new shoes.
Do you have any superstitions about like what you wear and what you do?
There's a pair of Vans that I bought in Syracuse years ago. I did a show. I wore them. I hated the show. I've never worn them since. Yeah. I wore them one time and I stepped in dog shit the day I wore them.
No way.
I swear.
Oh, you have to throw them away.
I still have them. I just don't know what to do with them.
No, you have to throw them away.
But I was like...
Or like burn them.
Yeah, something.
I know what you mean, because sometimes when I'm like afraid of something, I don't want to give it away because I'm worried it will like Annabelle the doll curse me and come back or whatever. I'm very superstitious.
I need to like throw it away in like a different city. I need to like bury them.
Yeah, or bury them or burn them.
Do you have any superstitions like that?
I have like a lot of weird like counting things with numbers. Like I have to say, like if I say something bad, I'll ask Lauren, I'll be like, say that will never happen 3 times. And she'll be like, you would never do this 3 times, like whatever, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's
there's a term for that, I believe.
I know.
How do you feel about trains?
Listen, there's just like a few counting things and like tapping things that I have to do before, you know, just I have to check all the doors in the house 3 times and stuff like that. Anyway.
I hear you. I'm the same way.
What's on your rider?
Oh, I just updated it. It's like a mixture of, it feels like if I was a babysitter, what would my, you know, that's what my demands. It's like A lot of like some candy, some fruits, some deli meats, Celsius, iced coffee. Yeah, because I just like light food before I go up.
Totally.
I mean, it's crazy. It's like I'll just have a few pieces of like any deli meat and then a few pineapple and then like a coffee and then I go on stage, which is so hilarious. Crazy.
You're a babysitter. That's literally what they put in the fridge for the babysitter. Literally.
Yeah, it's a lot of like babysitter type energy or like a protein bar or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of easy stuff like that.
Do you drink before you perform?
No.
Never.
Because I think if I drank, I'm a little like not as sharp.
You totally.
And I just want to be like
totally
lasered in. I'll drink after though.
Yeah. 4 or 5 nights a week is a lot to be out.
Yeah. But for me, I just like don't even, it's just a part of my day. It's like going to the gym for me.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I get that.
I have my daytime stuff and then my nighttime stuff.
I know. It's so crazy how you like acclimate to that, like how quickly it just becomes a part of you. And then you're like, oh, I just like record for
it's insane.
5 hours and it's just like a thing. And you just like get used to it. And then I don't know.
That's why dating has been so weird because she's like, oh, like how often do you do this stand-up thing? And I go, well, God.
You're like, it's my job.
Well, you're not going to like this one. We can hang out next time in 4 weeks.
Yeah, that's tough. Do you ever go on dates in the cities that you're touring in?
No, I never have. No.
Are you on the apps?
No.
Damn.
I just took a step back.
All in the wild.
Yeah, I guess so. I didn't like the apps because I think it was a weird precedent to build off of.
I agree.
You're built like it's so bizarre when somebody you don't even know is like, how's your day? You're like,
I know, I hate that. I'm like, you don't care about my day. It's so funny that we're
just bantering.
This guy I matched with on an app probably like 3 months ago, and we talked for a little bit, and then he was never like making a plan on it, so I like stopped responding to him, and he texted me today, and he was like, whatever, and he was like, you kept like not responding. And I was like, I don't want to talk to someone this much who I've never met before. I think it's weird. And I think it like creates a false sense of closeness. And I'm not really down. I'm kind of like, we need to meet and see if we vibe. And look, if both of our schedules are crazy and we can't be in the same place, that's fine. But if we've never been in person, what's the fucking point? Like, I don't want to do AI. It's like, it feels at that point, like, which we have a story about that. A lot of times
it just feels like there's not a lot of substance because you don't know each other.
And you don't care. And it bothers me. Like, I don't know what part of my mental illness this relates to, but it's like, I don't like it when someone who I know doesn't care about how my day went asks me, how is your day?
Right.
I'm like, that feels so fake to me. I have a really, really hard time with small talk. So it's like, you don't care. And I'm going to sit there like an asshole and be like, well, I recorded a podcast. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah, because you're not going to give the real answer. You're not going to be like, I had a mental breakdown from 3 to 4. I got lunch with a best friend. It's like a paragraph. I'm like, what'd you do? They're like, I had a kava bowl.
Yeah. No kava bowl is safe. I just felt
like, and I went on a few dates and they were all fun. I actually was dating somebody through Hinge for a while and that was great. But I just felt like when I was really swiping, it wasn't, I don't know. It didn't feel like, it literally felt like a video game. You're like, yes, no. Totally. It's all just validation. Like this person likes you, this person doesn't.
Yeah. And then they gamified it too hard to the point where it's not successfully doing the thing that it set out to do, which is make people meet up. Now it's an entirely different beast where you are seeking this validation. We have paradox of choice to the nth degree, and nobody actually meets up. So it's like,
it is weird when you do meet up, at least from my experience, sometimes, not always. It would be a different person, not even looks, but like their tone maybe.
Totally.
You're like, you were texting for like 3 weeks and then in person, they're not that. And you're like, who was I?
Yeah.
Was I chatting with some OnlyFans manager guy?
No, literally. Yeah. Or like guys will pretend to be really funny or like that's how they market themselves. And then you get in person. You have to
market yourself as funny.
Hey, yeah. And then they're like so dry.
Yeah.
Like on Hinge, there's a prompt that's like, oh, what's your greatest strength? Proper banter. And that guy like he didn't have an ounce of banter. Let me tell you that. Like I talked to him for a while and I was like, what banter? Like is the banter in the room with us now? Like I can't.
Great banter on Slack.
Okay. If you had the ability to eliminate one type of crime, but in order to do it, you had to do it one time, which crime are you doing?
Ooh. Do you ask this to every guest?
Every guest gets a different warm-up question. Okay. This one, I just felt like...
Do you have an answer for this one?
I talk about it a lot because I don't yet. I don't know. And you won't get in trouble for the crime, by the way, but you have to do it once.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah. I think that's, because otherwise people will be like, well, I don't want to do it because I don't want to go to jail. But you do have to actually do it.
I would love to see a list of the top 10 crimes.
Like murdering. Robbery.
Oh, you're looking at me so intently. Murdering, robbing. I'd probably murder.
Same.
But it would be like somebody who is on death row who they want to go.
Same.
I'd be like not new to death row. I'd be like, oh, you've been here for like 20 years. Like somebody who's got like 5 years left in them.
Totally. And
I wouldn't even like shoot them.
No, I'd just be like, we're moving up your date.
Yeah. I'd just be like, what are you allergic to? He'd be like, peanut butter. I'd be like, well, guess what was in your smoothie? Like I would poison them, or I would like, I don't know. Like, or I just like, they'd have to be old. Yeah. Like I wouldn't do it to like somebody who's death row, like 25.
No. Okay. Yeah.
Like you got a long life to live in your jail cell.
I think I would pick like a really bad person.
Yeah.
I think
like Saba. Yeah, who's that type of person?
Terrible. Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a type of person in head?
Of who I hate? Yeah, guys who don't have banter.
Okay, good. That's a big weight on a first date. Like, hey, listen, if you don't have good banter, I have one thing I can commit and not get in trouble. It's like, how's your dinner? You're
No, I'm terrible. Sometimes I'm so quick to judge people, like guys on dates. We all are. I know, but I'm very like black and white. I think because I don't know, because I pushed through the like being single thing, and now I don't care. So I'm not like, oh, like, yeah, I'm not the like, I can make this work, girl.
You're not in the fix him phase.
No. Like, I'm in the like, you better come so correct. You better literally, I love my life a lot. And if you're coming in, I want you to make it better.
Value. Yeah.
I don't need them to pay for me. I don't need any friends. I have the best friends in the world. I love my job. So it's like, I don't want like a baby man. I want like a sick, funny guy who has his own cool life and wants to, make my life better.
That's what you're looking for, which is amazing. Do you think that guys are intimidated by you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I really do.
Have you felt that on dates before?
I definitely have, or I felt like, especially if it's a guy my own age, he'll be kind of not like overtly competitive with me, but kind of competitive with me. Which is why I try to date guys who are older than me or younger than me. Right. Because I feel like if they're older than me, they're really settled in themselves and they're not, they don't feel that some type of way. And if they're younger than me, they're kind of like not intimidated either because the power balance is already kind of off. So it's just in a weird way even. I just like, yeah, I do. And I think that a lot of guys think they want a girl who's really obsessed with her career and her job until they like date a girl who's gone for like 2-3 weeks at a time and like would pick going to a work event over like a date necessarily or whatever. And, it's difficult. So I definitely have felt that, especially in LA. I think
you're preaching to the choir. That's 100% my life. It's like I've had amazing women in my life who've been like, you can't pick your career over me. I'm like, well, that sentence alone tells me everything I need to know.
Totally. Yeah. And it's like, there will be a time in my life when I take my foot off the gas. But right now you have to make hay while the sun shines. And like, that's where I'm at with my career. So I kind of want someone to come along for the ride and have fun with me. But if I don't live like a routine sedentary life at this point. And I'm not looking to make a man like the center of my universe. And I think that that's harder for more guys than they would like to admit.
Yeah. I think it's hard for anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
You do like 3 months with it. And then after a while you're like,
yeah.
You're gone again.
Yeah.
That's how my cat thinks about me. He's like, bitch, again?
No, my cats. I know.
It's like, how many do you have?
I have 2.
And when you travel, you just have somebody check on them, or do you drop them off at like a WAG type thing?
I have.
Do cats have WAG? Shelter?
We have Cateau Marmont, actually. No, of course, only the best for the cats.
You drop them off there?
Sometimes they go there, but mainly they have
Just give them a Home Depot box.
No, they have their own assistant.
You're lying.
It's not Lauren. There's another assistant who is just their assistant.
For the cats?
For the cats, yeah. No, I'm crazy. No,
you're not crazy. Because on the opposite end of that, what I do, my parents live like little less than an hour from me. The day of a flight, I'm driving my dumb ass to their house. I put my cat in there. Like, do you want to stay for lunch? I'm like, I got to go to LAX. And then I'm doing 125 down the 101 in a stupid electric car that might not make it with full battery. So the opposite side is having somebody check the cats, which is fine. You pay a little. Yeah. Somebody comes in with a laser pointer and some catnip. I'm doing 100 on the 101, just trying to make my flight.
Yeah.
Literally tomorrow I have to go get my cat after therapy. I'm like, what a fucking day that is.
I know, but like I would do anything for my cats. Like I love them. They keep me sane.
Same.
Even though they get upset, I can tell they don't like it that I'm always leaving. And I know, oh God, all the comments are going to be like, Tinx is such a bad cat mom. She leaves all the time.
Cats
what cats? Yeah. First of all,
no idea.
I love my cats and I am in a way a cat lady, but I'm also like, shut the fuck up. It's a cat.
It's literally impossible to be a cat mom.
It's, and it's literally impossible.
Or to be a bad one.
Yeah, totally. It's impossible. And I'm like, okay, well, should I have left them in the kill shelter? Was that a better option than
I got mine on Craigslist.
Like literally my cats, not to be rude, but live a better life than most of my trolls. Like my cats fly first class. Like, no, they do. I'm here. I'm going on record there. I'm saying it. My cats have an assistant. Do you have an assistant? My cats live in an expensive home that was bought
first class.
Of course they do.
I put mine in the suitcase. Do you want to check a bag? They're like, what's in it? I'm like, not lithium batteries. That's what. I'll check it. I've never flown my cat, but I feel, I like when my cat did, I'll be like, man, you have no idea. I saved you.
Yeah.
You brought a cat from Craigslist in Chatsworth.
No,
the lady
literally.
I bought it from had dimple piercings.
Exactly. No, my cats live like also like they're Nepo babies. Like how much like my cats are internet Nepo babies. And like, what can my trolls say? Okay, who are you? You're in your mom's basement. I don't care. I'm a great cat mom. Am I a little, do I have, I'm also like a working mom. And it's like, if you really want to take it there, if you really want to troll me for being gone from my cats, like you are actually anti-woman in that sense, because I'm a career woman and I'm traveling for my job. I'm traveling to go do all my work things. Right. You're actually anti-woman if you say that. So suck my dick.
Which is a very anti-woman thing to say. That's hilarious. Yeah, I hear you. Listen, if I had a fucking Cateau Marmont in the valley, I would definitely use that.
Yeah.
Instead, I got old neighbors who rake the street all day. I literally live in the most boomer area in the world. This guy rakes the street every morning, and there's not even any leaves. That. No, he hates his wife. What do you think? What the fuck else would he be doing?
Fine. I like that. That's comforting. I mean, I live only around young people and people who want to be internet famous, and I'm like, it's not all that it's cracked up to be. Right. Just get back in your apartment building. Just kidding. The Olympics are this summer. Are you excited?
Boy, am I. I got to start making my Olympic. Get rid of me to be in the Olympics. I don't give a shit about the Olympics. Nobody does. Add a new event. Put monster truck driving in there. The fuck does the Olympics, does it bring any unity to the world?
No, it doesn't.
It should be like the winner gets to like, I don't know, get a pope for a month.
Yeah, totally. It's like, it should be more, I just don't feel, yes, I'm excited for some things. I'm actually going for a little bit. But
wait, where is it this year?
It's in Paris.
Paris.
Which I don't think that they're like emotionally or mentally ready for it given their bed bug problem. But what I want to talk about today is that anti-sex beds have arrived in Paris ahead of the 2024 Olympics. So I don't know if you've heard of this, but in Olympic Village, it's known to be one of the horniest places ever. And they fuck like rabbits. Like this is a known thing that
more than the Hype House?
I think more than the Hype House.
Okay, I've heard this before.
And the athletes, I think that they're just, think about it. It's like being at camp, you're in this place. You've been training for 4 years for this. You are so hormonally sound. Like these are the healthiest people on planet Earth. And you go and you're like, look at all the other teams. They're so hot. And they just fuck all the time. And I actually remember my friend had sex with a famous swimmer. I won't say which one when it was the Olympics.
There's only one famous swimmer. I think we can guess that it's...
No, it's not. It's another one.
There's more?
Yeah. And she said it was like the easiest lay of her life. She was just like, hey, and he was like, let's go. And because it was the Olympics, and it's like, because they're just like swimming and they're just like so horned up from all the athletes.
Dude, I'm going to hang out by the women's shot put team all day. You guys go to lunch? Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, 10 fuck.
So anyway, they've got these over the years, wild sex stories at the Olympics have surfaced in the media. So this tennis player said, table tennis, I'm sorry. Said,
what the fuck?
Said, I got laid more in those 2.5 weeks than I have in the rest of my life. One anonymous male athlete admitted to having a foursome with a male teammate and 2 women in Olympic Village.
That's a gold medalist.
There we go. Another U.S. 2-time gold medalist has claimed, I've seen people having sex right out in the open. So I think it's like Burning Man's level of like horniness and just like getting it on, which I understand. So this year they gave them little twin beds. But I'm like, that's not going to stop them. If the quotes are they were having sex outside, why do you think a twin bed is good for them?
That's all of college is a twin
Literally.
bed. And then you try to cuddle after and you're like two 7-Eleven taquitos just rolling around.
You're literally like, yeah, in college you have so much sex in a twin bed and it's kind of horny, honestly. It's kind of like, ooh, like.
Well, it's the same thing when your parents are growing up, weird transition, hear me out. But they'll be like, don't smoke weed. All you want to do is smoke weed. So if the Olympics are like, don't fuck, you're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're like, let me count the ways how I can fuck on this twin bed.
We're in Paris. You don't think I want Eiffel Tower? Yeah, that's crazy. When you said like anti-fuck bed, I thought it was going to be like there's like spikes or something.
No, same. That's when I read this. I was like anti-sex beds. That's like, spikes or like there's rollers or something.
Or like they're standing vertically.
Totally.
You have to sleep like vampires.
You couldn't sleep in a hammock. That's what they give you.
That's so weird they regulate that.
I feel like the athletes should be allowed and encouraged to release their, testosterone and whatever and all the, hormones because it probably makes them better at their game.
There's mixed. I forget what it was. There was a team that. What was it? They weren't allowed to do sex for like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
about. They had
about.
like a worse record.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But some guys I know, they're like, oh, I don't want to have sex right before my game because it will throw it off in college.
Sir, you play pickleball. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, I hear that. I definitely hear that.
What's the weirdest place you've had sex?
Dallas airport.
Wow. Why?
Layover.
Oh,
Had
damn.
a girlfriend.
Okay, that's fine.
What about you?
So I am really worried about being like, it was in a different country.
Okay.
And it was I think it's very like sacred to the country, the place that I had sex on. And it was.
You fucked at the Great Wall of China.
No, I mean, I won't say which one it is, but like, it's a crazy place. And I worry that they would find this footage and they'd be like, you have to like come here and be tried and whatever.
Was it BYU?
No, I had a boyfriend at the time. It was just like, yeah, anyway, I'll tell you after, but but I'm scared of,
Leave a comment. Let me know what you think it is.
Sound off in the comments. Where do you think, what is the, is it a seventh wonder of the world? I can't believe we're talking about this again, but
She knows about it?
No, it's not. Okay. I also had sex. Oh, I have a better one, which I can tell. Speaking of San Francisco, the Nike store in Union Square in San Francisco.
Union Square. That's a big store.
It's nasty. That's nasty that I did that.
It's like 5 stories.
Yeah, I know.
What story were you on?
It was in the women's shoe department in the, there was a, it was in a changing room. So it's not that bad, but still pretty bad because it was, again, in public.
Did you buy any shoes after?
I did. So I felt like tit for tat, you scratch my back, I'll buy some shoes.
Yeah, there you go. Just do it.
All right. So how do you feel about AI? You went on an AI robot speed date.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
It was interesting because in my head, I think everything's fake. I thought that there was somebody controlling it, but apparently there wasn't. Apparently
that freaks me out.
Freaks me out.
Because when I saw that, I also thought, oh, there's someone like controlling it.
But the response time was pretty quick. It was too quick. Like I can't even type that fast.
I don't like AI at all.
I don't think it's great. I don't think it's going to be great. Because think about how we treat electronics already.
Right.
Like if Siri was a person, you don't think she wouldn't try to like set your house on fire?
Well, there's actually a school of thought that like some people who are actually starting to worship Siri and Alexa because they feel like they are going to store everything. And like when the revolution comes.
It's like when people get really religious before they die, they're like, God's going to recognize the last 2 years.
No, because they really think that there's going to be like something, a reckoning is coming. And then our Siris and our Alexas are going to be like, I remember how you spoke to me. So now I'm always like, thank you so much. Like, please put a timer on. I say that shit because I'm scared as hell. I've seen iRobot. Like I've seen Bicentennial Man. I am like so afraid of AI.
Well, I'm past the point of no return. I mean, I would yell at my phone. I'll be like, take me to Quiznos. And it's like, did you want to go to the North Pole? I'm like, are you fucking dumb?
Yeah. So you're going to be one of the first ones to go when it's the revolution.
Thank God.
Okay. So did you see the movie Her? Remember that movie where Joaquin Phoenix falls in love with the AI?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically they asked if they could use Scarlett Johansson's voice in...
Is that how you say it? Johansson.
It's Johansson.
Johansson.
Okay, Scarlett Johansson.
I was like, oh, whoa, Patty. Johansson. Scarlett Johansson.
Johansson, I'm sorry. So they asked, this is the second time they wanted to use her voice for OpenAI. Sam Altman, he asked, blah, blah, blah. And she voiced, the reason why that's relevant is because she voiced the AI robot in Her. And she said no. And basically OpenAI released Sky. Oh, wait, fuck. OpenAI suspended its release of Sky over the weekend, but also denied the voice replicated Scarlett. So basically they made it sound like her anyway, which is really scary. And they've done this so much now where you can replicate anyone's voice. Like they have all these fake The Weeknd songs and fake Drake songs and whatever. And that's really, really scary. I think what scares me is like our government is not smart about this stuff, and we need to put regulations in place now, because if people are just replicating people's voices, we are going to go down so fast.
Yeah. And guys are going to cheat more than ever.
Literally cheat more than ever. I mean,
like, babe, it's not me. It was an AI version.
No, truly. And I just feel like we have to, I really want us to all have digital passports. I think that's so important, because imagine if there was a TikTok and then there was a TikTok where you had to have a digital passport, which like you and I would both have because we have like verified profiles. No, everyone knows who we are. Right. And to leave a comment, you have to have a verified.
Oh, yeah, yes, that's a good idea. Or like your driver's license has to be attached.
Yeah, it's like because they predict.
No fake accounts.
Yeah, no fake accounts. They predict that 80% of online bullying and trolling could be eliminated if we had to have our real names. And
if you're leaving a hate comment with your real name, you really mean that shit.
You mean it. And honestly, props to you. Like, if you're bold enough to like say it with your full profile attached, I'm like, honestly, fair enough. You're saying that I'm ugly with your chest, and like that's your opinion, and that's fine. It just annoys me when it's just random, users with no profile. I'm like, you troll me from your main. Like, go on.
Troll me from your main is hilarious.
So all this to say, that's messed up. They used Her. If I'm understanding this correctly, they must have used Her and all. I mean, Scarlett's voice is obviously online and in a lot of movies, but that's how they were able to make her, this thing called Sky, sound like her. So I wonder if they'll change it or not. Sky is a good name for an AI though.
Sky's great.
It sounds good. Yeah. Did you watch The Golden Bachelor?
I saw clips about it. I just saw he got a divorce, right?
I know.
Which is so funny. We talked about this on our podcast. It's like crazy to be like, how old is he?
He's like in his 70s.
Yeah, it's crazy to be 70 and be like, I have the ick.
No.
Sir, you're about to die. You should like fucking settle down.
No,
you have the ick.
Crazy.
Your left arm doesn't work. you have Parkinson's and you have the ick.
Truly.
I don't know if he has any of those, but it is crazy. It's good and bad to know that guys never make up their mind. There can be 70 be like, I'm not ready to settle down.
I always think about that on Hinge, because one of the date or relationship types you can put is figuring out my dating goals. And I'll see a guy who's like 46 on there and he's like figuring out my dating goals. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, every picture is you in Tulum. I see. You're not ready yet. You still think you're 25. You have Peter Pan syndrome. But I'm always just like, what do you mean you're figuring it out? Say it with your chest.
It's a weird option.
Say you want titties and ass, and say you want to fuck in Tulum.
Yeah.
And then like, honestly,
I want zero emotions.
My brain is rotted from porn. Just be honest.
You know what I was thinking about recently was how on Facebook back in the day you could put "it's complicated."
Yeah.
What an unnecessary amount of tea you could just throw in the pot.
What an unnecessary amount of tea that we just were all like, it's complicated. I would always put it. I was talking to Zero. My phone dry. I would always put like, it's complicated.
Well, that's fun. But if you're actually in a relationship and you're saying it's complicated, the whole world's like, they're getting rocky. They're getting on a turbulence.
On the rocks.
This flight, it might go Boeing real quick.
Oh my God. Did you see about that flight in Singapore where someone died because the turbulence was so bad?
No, now I feel bad.
No.
Recently?
Listen, I've said it before and I'll say it again because I'm afraid of death. I love Boeing. I don't think there's anything wrong. I love Boeing. I love Boeing. I love Boeing. I will never die on a flight. I will never die on a flight. I will never die on a flight. Okay. Now that we're good with
Trevor Wallace was hot. Trevor Wallace hot. Trevor Wallace hot. That was for me.
No, I hear you. That's why I edit on flights, because when there's really bad turbulence, I'm just in my own world. I'm like, doot, 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 doot.
No.
I just pretend nothing's like everyone's freaking out. I'm just like,
you don't, it doesn't scare you. Well,
it does. Yeah.
Turbulence didn't scare me because it's like planes don't really crash. Like planes don't really crash from turbulence. Planes don't really crash from turbulence. Planes don't really crash from turbulence. But this, that's the last OCD thing I'm doing on this pod. There was this flight in Singapore, I think 2 days ago, that it fell 6,000 feet because the turbulence was so bad. And there was an elderly man and he wasn't wearing his seatbelt and he passed away. And then 18 people went to the hospital from turbulence. Do you know how fucking insane the turbulence would have to be for 18 people to go to the hospital? I'm just like,
that's crazy.
And honestly, ever since the Boeing thing with the window, I am strapping in. I am strapping in and strapping on. I barely go to the bathroom on flights now because I'm so afraid of getting sucked out of my seat.
Turbulence always so bad the second you go to the bathroom.
The second you go to the bathroom.
The second you're in the bathroom, you're like, oh, cool. Am I in a protein shaker right now? Land this fucking plane. Yeah, I hear you. I just pretend it's not happening. I'm just in my own little world.
Do you follow Anna Paul on TikTok?
I do not. Should I?
She's like so popular on TikTok, but she has this thing about how turbulence is like your plane being in jello. She's from Australia and she's actually has a very popular OF, I think. But
she's giving plane advice? The OF. Okay.
No, yeah, she's amazing. She's like the sweetest, like prettiest, coolest. I love her. And she has a plane turbulence thing, which made me feel better. She just said, imagine your plane is in jello and it can't really fall, which made me feel better.
Yeah. I have a buddy who's like he's the type of guy before you're boarding a flight, he goes, did you see this plane crash in Tampa? Like he pulls up everything.
Yeah.
And he's done extensive research on turbulence and it's essentially that.
Yeah. It's just like moving around in jello. So it's fine.
Yeah. I'm more so like how the fuck the planes fly.
No, I don't want to think about it.
Turbulence, I can get through, but like the fact that we can just get off the ground if we run fast enough. You know what I mean?
No,
how are we here?
And I think, I mean, you and I probably travel like the same amount, like all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm just like, every time I'm like, I am in a tin can. There's always one point in the flight where I'm like, I'm in a tin can in the sky.
Oh my God.
I have no idea how it's here.
Do you remember when LA had like a very loosely termed hurricane?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I was flying back from Miami that day. And I was in Miami for a week. You know, my body's deplenished. And I'm sitting on the flight and the pilot goes, we are allegedly flying into a hurricane. And I was so hungover. I was like, good, end it. But yeah, like just being like fully cooked. And he's like, we have a hurricane coming. I'm like, all right, this is it.
This is it.
Whatever.
Do you have any?
So, real quick, sorry, what happened with The Bachelor?
Oh, there's going to be the Golden Bachelorette now.
Oh.
So she's 61. Her name is Joan Vassos.
Oh, I thought it was Whitney Cummings. I'm coming. I love Winnie. She loves me. We're good friends. So appreciate that joke.
Her.
She's awesome.
No, I love her so much. And like, I know she just recently had a baby.
She did, yeah.
And I just like really look up to her because I'm into anyone who had like a baby, like not like a little later, you know, not super.
I love her.
Not like a 28-year-old. Not that that's bad, but it's just like for me, I like it because I'm probably gonna, if I have kids, I'll have them like later in life. So I'm always like think it's so cool when women do that, and I just really look up to her and I think she's awesome. Anyway, this Vassos is a mother of 4 and a grandmother of 2. She was widowed after 32 years of marriage, and she's going on.
That's the new.
This is the Golden Bachelorette. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see.
Where do they find her? At IHOP?
I don't
know, but like, honestly, if I was that age, I'd do it. Like both my parents are retired now, and before that, my mom would be like, oh, like, I love your videos. Like, you do whatever you want, but like, just don't include me.
Yeah.
And the same way, now they don't have jobs, they're like, I'll be in a fucking video.
Yeah.
So I think it's to some point, it's like, dude, if I was 62, that's how old she is, right? Or 61, I'd be, yeah, put me on the show.
No, for sure. Oh, she was on the previous season and she went home. Oh, so that's good. She's already she's really looking for love. So that's great.
She's got a good fan base on MySpace.
So the first season of The Golden Bachelor reached 43.4 million viewers and became the network's #1 unscripted series premiere ever on Hulu. And I think it's good because I really feel I don't watch The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Not like, I just don't like that style of like super overproduced reality TV. But I felt like, you know, it's also just gone so far in one direction. And I love that they're doing Golden Bachelor. What I think that they would also everybody would find really interesting is to have people who are like not in the fall and winter of their life, but like more truly middle-aged people, because, all the trends are like people are getting together later and later. People are getting married later and later. Like 35-year-olds. I think that would be a really interesting, Bachelor
like
and
bronze
Bachelorette.
Bachelor. It's not golden, but it's bronze.
Yeah,
bronze
because
bachelor.
it's, like the Bachelorette, like I try to get into it, but they're like, I've been searching for love my whole life. And it comes up and it's like Crystal 21. And I'm like, Crystal, you haven't like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean your whole life? You just graduated high school yesterday. Like I'm confused. And so it's just like, I don't know. I think it would be interesting to do it with like a 35-year-old woman who, I'm talking about myself now, I'm just kidding. But like, someone who works really hard on their job and then like, just, I don't know. I think also the issue is now everybody just wants to be an influencer who goes on The Bachelor and Bachelorette. And I'm like, that's why I like Love is Blind, is because they're regular people.
Are they blind?
No.
I don't know.
I love that there's a show for visually impaired people now.
Yeah. It's a great book. It's in Braille.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm reckless today. I don't mean anything I say.
Neither. It's a character.
So it's a character.
Okay. College students are getting blackout drunk on Borg drinks. College students are getting blackout drunk on Borg, aka Blackout Rage Gallon, which is an individual gallon size mix of vodka or any type of alcohol, water, and a flavored electrolyte powder. You know what? I did this too. This isn't a new thing.
It's not new.
This is called, we used to call it Thaterade. We would take 2 handles of Smirnoff vodka. We would put ice and we would put an entire box of Country Time pink lemonade in it. So it was just flavored vodka. And we would drink that shit like it was water. And I don't remember half of college. I'm here. I'm fine.
But I like that they're at least hydrating. And a lot of times they have fun
100%.
names for the Borg.
Yeah.
They'll name there's like a whole list of like what they'll like name
I
and
see
they'll dress
Captain
it up.
Borgen.
Yeah. They
A Borgen life for me. Our Borgen savior. Oh, I see. I like this.
It's fun.
Okay.
And they dress them up. They'll like draw on it. And it's like, that's your ride or die all day. You're holding that thing around.
I see.
Good conversation
So
starter.
it's individual. Oh, why? Because Gen Z doesn't want to share. Like they don't want to put their mouth on. That's probably why they did it.
I guess. I don't know. But they'll have their own like water jug and they'll like draw on it. And then they'll like put like a skirt on it.
Oh, I like that.
They'll put like one eye, like the cyborg,
Cute. Actually,
fun.
that's really creative. I didn't know about this, but I'm happy for them. Listen, I'm happy that they're having a little fun. They're such stick up their ass. They don't want to have sex. They don't want to drink. They don't want to do anything. At least this is good. I'm happy to hear this.
I've seen
Tinx encourage kids to black out. Just whatever.
Yeah, I'd definitely say that. Yeah. But I've seen a lot of articles that's like college kids don't party as much. And I have friends who their brothers and sisters on college are like, they just kind of like hang out and like, and I'm like, what?
What do you mean? I literally...
You're supposed to be funneling Svedka
like
through a 7-Eleven taquito. Like,
what
are you...
Just brushing your teeth with Pop-Off and just going for it.
And I'm sure they are, but...
I don't know. They're not. Some. They're not as much... not as much as...
I think frat guys now just more like treated like influencers. Like they just want to be like hot. When I was in a frat, I was like, I am only working out my biceps and my chest. I'm a little pudgy and I'm going to wear a lacrosse jersey. I don't play lacrosse. I don't give a shit about my appearance. I wanted other men to comment my arms and be like, dude, Trev hit fucking buy and try today.
Yeah.
I don't even care about women in college. I still don't care about women.
No, it's so true. It was so much about just like having fun. And I feel like Gen Z is very into like appearance and how they look and like it's the same also for me when I look at these girls and they're like, get ready with me in college to like go to this game. I'm like, when I say not only did I not have a skincare routine, like I barely washed my face. Like it was a once a week thing. I would come home, I would have makeup down my face, I would sleep until 3. Like, and these girls are like, get ready with me. Here's my 10-step skincare routine. Like before I take my final. I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, I wonder what that is. Maybe it's just the presence of social media where you're like,
just that they're always looking at themselves.
Yeah, I would say so.
And I feel really grateful that I didn't have that. I mean, I had Instagram a little in college, like at the end of it.
That was back when you would like actually post like a photo of a tree with like sepia on it.
Yeah.
Like Instagram intended.
Yeah. No, and I loved that type of Instagram.
Oh my God.
I still get the urge. My hands, like if I see a cute coffee cup, I'm like, I want to do it. I want to do it. Ugh.
It's like,
but first coffee.
Right. I take a photo of it and then I think about what I have to add something funny to it, or else people will be like, bro, that's it.
I know.
Like my whole page is like the intention to have comedy or funny.
Sometimes I just want to post a nice coffee, cappuccino. I miss those times. But yeah, we didn't look at ourselves like, I had a mirror in my room, but it was just like, okay, as long as I don't like have,
Yeah, I just don't think I was documenting everything on my phone. When I was like going to tailgates and whatnot, it's like, I don't even remember like filming like tailgates. I remember just
our phones were away.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about more and more is like, they don't party because they're so into recording and capturing everything. And it's like, if you are doing that, if you're trying to get the perfect shot for your TikTok, you're not having that much fun. You can't, because you're thinking about this other thing, or you're worried that someone's going to record you. I think that's another big deterrent, is like, people are always worried that someone is going to record them. With me, I was dancing on tables with, my skirt around my, like barely covering my ass. And I was like, I'm good. Yeah. They're going to be like, oh, Tinx is a drunken mess tomorrow, but that's it.
But it was like everybody was on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, everything is for the social media.
Yeah, it's very interesting. One of my favorite things on social media is when I know a couple and they're getting married soon. I love how the girl posts leading up to it. Like every 2 weeks, she's like, 60 more days till I get to take his last name. 30 more days, 10 more days. And you go to his page, he hasn't said a damn word.
Oh.
And the last thing he says the day before, he goes, fuck yeah, go Chargers. What? Oh, every guy posted, dude, one of our podcast producers posted a photo of him getting down, proposing, which it's a crazy story. He had a stranger take an iPhone video and then he could screenshot I'm like, first of all, hire a photographer for your biggest day. And then he posted on his story, the crop is shit. There's the bars up above.
You're lying.
It's a 4/5 photo. And the caption on it says, LOL, she said yes. And they're like, guys, can we be serious for one day? It's like, is it beta to be like, I'm getting married? You have to make it like funny.
You have to make it funny, I guess.
But the lead up is always so funny. I love guys who don't post on Instagram unless it's a collab post with their girlfriend.
No,
they
of
never
course.
post.
Yeah. Oh,
They're like, why the fuck is Brian posting on a kayak? And you're like, oh, it's a collab post.
And you know that there was like a big discussion about the collab post. And she's like, I was thinking this weekend when we go to the lake, we could collab on a post. Like, you would never. No, this is no offense to anybody. You would never catch me collabing on a post with a man, unless it was like you for a comedy thing. Like, I would never, ever collab with my boyfriend. Yeah. Sorry. I don't want to give him that clout. You have to earn that. Like, that's free clout. Forget it.
I also love when guys say happy birthday to their girlfriend on Instagram. They haven't posted in like 9 months.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's 5 stories and each story is a different word. Happy birthday to my lover.
And she did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gun to the back of the head. And he's just like, I love you so much. And then the next slide, fantasy is up this week. They have to sandwich their like beta-ness.
Of course.
They have to, it's like front on, it's like monster truck and then love and then something about Dwight Howard. I don't know.
This is going to sound a little pick me, but I don't like, I would never try to force someone who didn't use social media in a way to use it that way about me just to prove something. I just like, I don't know. I feel like you kind of, when you meet someone or you start to date them, you can see how they use social media. If they're one of those guys who posts a lot on stories, first of all, why are you going on a date with him? And second of all, like, then fine, you can expect him to post you. But if he's a guy, if he has 6 photos and the last one is from like 2018, why are you making a fight about him not posting you? Yeah. Instagram is for girls and comedians.
Thank you.
Like, it's...
But I think that's where I see it's so funny because like all my friends probably look at me and they're like, another story post from Trevor. But if I ever go a day where I don't post, I'm like, people are going to forget about me.
No, same.
Then I scroll through my like favorites. I'm like, what's a funny thing that I captured along the road? Just throw it up there.
I know.
I'm a people pleaser, But it is funny when a guy who posts maybe every other 2 years randomly is in a collab post. You're like, oh yeah, you really needed his numbers.
Are you a Harry Styles fan?
I would say so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think he's very talented. Oh, dude, Sabrina Carpenter reposted me today.
You're lying. I'm
on fucking cloud 9. I don't give a shit. And I need someone was in 99. No.
I love her. I literally love her. I posted an Instagram before I went on here and I captioned it. I'm working late because I'm an influencer. So good.
Dude,
I love her. Let me tell you something. I love everything about her. I love her little girly vibe. I love her songs. I love her aesthetic. I love that she's dating Barry. I love that did you see that her birthday cake was the Leo? So, you know that Leo meme where it's like, no, you're so hot. Haha, please don't turn 25. Her birthday cake was when she turned 25 last week was the meme.
She's only 25?
Yeah. I know, it's disturbing. How old are you?
31.
Yeah, it's disturbing when people they have a 2 in front of their age. I'm like, ugh.
Well, when they're that successful at that
I know.
age.
I'm
That's like when I watch like any sports, which I rarely ever. It'll be like, this guy's we're straight out of college. He's 22 in the NFL. I'm like, oh fuck.
I know. It hurts me.
But yeah, what's funny about posting on content? If I shit post and it does bad, I go, yeah, I deserve that. But then I shit post last night at maybe 3 a.m. with about that video. And this morning I wake up and she reposted it.
Yeah, I know.
And it was on my shit account.
I know.
And I'm like,
it's so 50-50 with shit posting. I really agree with you on that. Sometimes the ones where I do it, I'm like laying like this. I have 3 chins and I'm like, you know what's really funny? And it like goes so viral and I didn't think about it. But then sometimes I post and I'm like, that was low effort and it got no views. So it's just like, it's really hard.
I used to have a really good gauge on what would do well. Now I have no fucking idea.
It's changed. It genuinely has changed to the point where it's like, you kind of just have to go for it.
Yeah, I think it's more about quality than quantity. Wait, opposite. I think it's more just like throw out 10, one of them will hit instead of like, here's one really good one.
The problem with that is like the more time you spend on the internet, the harder that gets.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, this is pretty cringe of me to be shit posting just like putting all this content out and seeing what hits. But you're right, because the truth is people only really see the good stuff. So you're like, I'm conscious where I'm like, I'm posting so fucking much, but it's like only one video pops off out of 10. So people are only seeing that one. The rest is like, 50.
Well, that's what's so funny is like, I'll like shit post something and it does not do shit for views. And then I'll be like by Tinx. And I'm like, oh God. Don't put it on her fucking algorithm. Give her the good shit.
I like everything from like one thing about me is if I follow you, which is why I'm a bit more like, I kind of like to meet someone in person before I follow them, unless they're like obviously a celebrity or whatever. But like if I follow you, I'm going to like and comment on everything, especially if you're a creator, whatever. I don't care. I'll do a couple emojis, get the engagement up. And other creators do that for me. And it's just like, we have this like circle where we know how tough shit can be. And it's like a little engagement, it goes a long way. So
no, I feel that. It's just always like when a video that bombs and like your friends start liking it, you're like, oh, come on guys.
No, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah,
it's good.
It feels like a pat on the back. Like, you'll get them next time.
You'll get them next time. Yeah.
But I always appreciate that.
I feel so bad. I mean, when I think about how much content I put out, my close friends, like to my actual real friends, I'm like, they must fucking hate me. Like I just like every day, but I'm like, well, you guys, you want to come to the good events? You want the free stuff that I get? You better like and comment. And they're like on their shit then.
That's so funny. It is exciting when you get added to a girl's close friend story. You're like, oh, that's cool. So do we get married this summer, next summer? Like when do we move in?
I manipulate the fuck out of guys with close friends.
You put them on and take them off?
Mm-hmm. Or sometimes like this is like next level mentally ill, but like I'll take everybody off and like post
just
something.
One guy?
Yeah.
Just see if he sees it?
Mm-hmm. And also I have something to say about men and their close friends. Why would you have a fucking picture of a tree or a sunset on your close friends? Like, it's not that sick.
Why would you have a close friends in the first place?
Why would you have a close friends? I don't want anyone I date, if they, as a man, know what close friends is, immediately no.
Yeah.
Immediately no. Because it just like a lot of guys though, they'll put like a golf course on their close friends. I'm like, that could have gone on May, maybe. You have a close profile with 600 followers.
I think they're trying to... I think they're trying to do what you just said, where it's like they have 3 girls on there.
Oh my God, you think?
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't know they were that.
It's not their boys in the office are like, dude, you called out sick today? Look at this. He's actually golfing. Guys aren't smart enough to know how to use close friends smartly. Nothing about it is like, I think they have like 4 chicks on there. Like, ugh. I will say when I was like dating maybe like a year ago, close friends was just like, it was ladies.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Because there's something about I feel when I get added to somebody's close friends, I'm like, whoa, right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you feel, I think both sides probably feel some sort of like, ooh, me?
Yeah. No, it's the biggest ego fluff. I'm like pretty manic on my close friends, but I'm going to add you after today. I feel we're close enough.
Yeah.
Mainly it's just like stuff that like hot takes that could get me canceled.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll do it. And you'll like it probably.
Yeah. I have a close friend, but I hardly ever use it. It'll be like something stupid. I'll be like, what outfit should I wear? Like when I was doing the special, I was like, what the fuck I don't know. Like, what do I wear? I'm not going to post this on my main feed.
Sweet.
Like shit like that.
I like that.
But yeah, it's never like, yeah, I got added to this girl's recently and it's just her at a restaurant. I'm like, what?
Maybe she wants you to know she's at the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm so bad at reading women. I'm like, what is this stupid restaurant? She's like, I'm hitting on you. I'm like, this is how you're hitting on me? A menu from Carbone in Miami? I don't give a shit. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm delusional. Who knows?
Taylor Styles, Harry Styles and his girlfriend, Taylor Russell, have split up. So that was the end of that story. So if you wanted to say Taylor Russell is really beautiful, you could go out with her. She's really stunning.
Taylor Russell.
Yeah,
I'll put on my close friends.
Are you on any weird sides of TikTok right now, apart from Orlando, baby?
Ooh.
How do you feel about 6'5" Trust Fund Blue Eyes?
I've heard that. What is that again?
It's like this girl. She was like, I'm going to drop the song of the summer. I'm looking for a man in finance. 6'5", Trust Fund Blue Eyes. And then every DJ was like, okay, like, let me remix, like, work.
Oh, yeah.
And then, yeah.
What side am I on? The funny enough is like, I've been scrolling a lot of Instagram reels because of how funny the comments are.
Oh, wow. You think they're funnier on Instagram?
Oh my God. So much funnier.
Wait, okay. Say more.
I don't know why they are, but it's to the point where now if there's a cringy video on TikTok, the first comment will be like, post this on IG Reels because they know the audience is like insane. They say the meanest yet funniest stuff you'll ever see.
That's true. I have seen a few funny ones now.
There's a lot of really funny comments on Instagram Reels. So I'm trying to think what the era is.
My Instagram For You page thinks I'm gay, like for sure. I have a really funny screenshot. I've been collecting the screenshots. Mm-hmm. It's literally all tits and ass. And I'm like, I don't hate it. No, I know. And I showed it to my guy friend and he's like, talk about swapping profiles. He was like, is this mine? And I'm like, no, like it thinks I'm gay. And I'm like very into that, but it's a lot of booby for me every morning, you know?
Do you search that type of stuff on Instagram?
Maybe sometimes. I don't know.
I'm trying to think what the last phase I've been in is. That's good.
There's not that. It's different now. There isn't those like niches of. I remember this guy. He's always in a library. Have you ever seen him? No.
He's like this really skinny dude and he's got like all his clothes on and I don't even know how to explain it, but he's always just like giving like random life advice. I don't even know if I can find one or something.
Show us.
But he's always just saying the funniest like life advice. And he's like whispering. He's always in a library. Wait,
I like that. You have to be so creative nowadays to break through. Trevor, what are you working on? Where can people support you, find more of you?
I am on tour right now. Just coming off a special. So this is all new material, which has been a lot of fun. Did the first week in San Francisco. So much fun. And then I'm just going to a lot of fun cities, like Sacramento, another banger, Salt Lake City, Tampa, Tempe, Portland. I'm just touring and I put out a bunch of videos. So I just that's all I really care to do.
Where can people follow you?
Trevor Wallace, pretty much on everything.
And where can people buy tickets for?
TrevorWallaceComedy.com.
Beautiful. I got to come to a show.
Please do. Anytime. Reach out and I'll make sure you guys are all taken care of.
Thank you so much for joining me. This was so much fun. You guys don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Sound off in the comments where you think I had sex and have a fabulous day.
Was at the M&M store in Las Vegas.
Bye.